Earlier it was the buzzword was the cyber security. Now it's not a buzzword. It is essential for the most of the company, right? And even the government is very keen to the cyber security to be implemented. And you must be knowing that so many guidelines has been comes in the market, like the SEBI guidelines, RBI guidelines, DPDP Act also. Has already come, but the new frame of guidelines will be released in that month of maybe the February or March. So, or even that IRDAI guidelines also. This is guidelines comes to the industry to industry. If they take the example for the IRDAI guidelines, it is act for that insurance company, brokers or surveyors. Similarly, for that finance, we have the RBI guidelines. That has to be, people has to understand, and the most of the things nowadays in that digital world. And digital, the cyber security is essential for most of the company, whether it talks about the corporate, it talks about the government. It is essential for all the people. AI is very mandatory, that artificial intelligence, it is mandatory for the new trend of the cyber security and all. If it talks about that, earlier it was talks about that IT, now it talks about the OT. In the OT also the AI part is very essential for the market and all. See, the earlier role was that CIO was that only for that IT takes care, not only for in the server levels or data center level, software levels, but now that it is essential for the business. That earlier it was that the IT looks only for that IT departments or the stakeholders essential things. But now if it is an enabler for the business, it's a help for the company. Take the example for, any kind of investment which is doing for the IT, it is mandatory for giving the ROI to the business, right? And whatever the products is available for the company or business, it has to be highlighted to not only for the local level, even that global level also. So it's a very necessary for that IT, for that make a business enabler for the organization. Steps, we will have to start for the initial to the end. That not only for, if you take that tools and you have implement in the systems, but you should have to take care for that whether it is working or not working kind of things. Or, the compliance is also very necessary for that. Like the compliance means whatever the compliance is, regulatory compliance, is that we are taking the tools, is it as per that compliance or is it working or not working? So monitoring, it's a very essential for that all the cyber security parts. Yes, it should be data protection is very necessary, because that suppose I am running one of the products and the data is come in the market without knowing to that management or knowing to it is a harm for the company as well. So data protection is very necessary for the organization. Well, if you take my view, it's not 100% zero trust is happening, but it has to be zero trust. It takes the example for that the person is coming that your office. At least you should have to see other angle also as well. It's not mean this is a part of the company, whether it's the internal employee or the external employee. So you should have take care for ZTNA for all the products or all the people. Well, that we should have a keen for that, especially for the cyber security, right? And or make the business that on the next level. Or obviously we should have to think for the company as well as nation as well.